Today, the lesson we are going to learn is final accounts. Final accounts. Business and Accounting Studies, 4th chapter, final accounts. Okay. Right. What is this final accounts? In another word, the final accounts are named as financial statements. Financial statements. Now, we are studying in school, in classes, we are studying. In schools, they are keeping exams. They are keeping exams to evaluate ourselves, whether we understand or not. The exams, first term, second term, monthly exam, all these are kept for to find out the progress of us, whether the students are progressing, whether the students are progressing, whether they are developing their studies, whether they are understanding the lessons. So we need an exam to find out whether we are progressing. I have planned, I have done 2 A-level online exams. Now I am planning to have an online exam for grade 11 also uh, in few days. I will inform you the date and the time. Okay, online exam. So you can use by your phone and you can do it on the spot. Raihan, why I keeping lines with her is so final accounts of financial statement. So we need some evaluation methods to find the progress. That's what the exams are kept. So what is the final accounts or else financial statement? These are the statements prepared to find out the progress of a business. Progress of a business. Progress of a business. Whether the business is progressing, whether it is earning profit or is it running in loss. So everyone take down the notes, my dear. Financial statements means, write the notes, okay? Financial statement means statements prepared to evaluate the business. To evaluate the business. Evaluate means finding profit loss, position, that means asset liability equity, profit loss, position means profit loss. Financial statements means statements prepared to evaluate the business. Evaluate the business. Evaluation means finding the profit loss, finding asset liability, equity, the position we say. Profit loss and position. Right. So when we go further some more, we will understand very easily what is this evaluation mean, right? So final accounts mean these are statements prepared to evaluate the business. Okay. Under that, we are coming to a new heading called gross profit. Gross profit. Gross profit means profit earned by selling goods. Remember carefully, profit earned by selling goods. Abdul Rahman drew some lines. Please delete that. Abdul Rahman, delete that. Otherwise, I will remove you. So, financial statements when we prepare, first of all, gross profit. What profit? Gross profit. Gross profit mean profit earned by selling shares. Profit earned by selling shares. Sorry, by selling goods. By selling goods, I'm sorry. Profit earned by selling goods is called what? Gross profit. Gross profit. So if you take a insurance company, they are not selling goods, right? So they don't have any gross profit. Insurance company don't have the gross profit because they are not selling goods. Likewise, saloon, they are cutting hair, trimming hair. They are not selling any goods in the saloon. Therefore, they don't have gross profit. They are providing service. A school has no gross profit. A tuition class, they don't have gross profit. A transport company, they are providing transport. They don't have good gross profit. Why? They are not selling gross profit. But if you take a vegetable seller, he has gross profit because he is buying and selling goods, vegetables. Coconut seller has a gross profit because he is buying and selling goods, that is the coconut. So gross profit means profit earned by selling goods. Service providing organization has no gross profit. Okay, everyone? Right. So how do we calculate this gross profit? Gross profit, the calculation will be gross profit equals to Shahim Yatra Mardana, please delete this arrow. Gross profit equals to sales minus cost of sales. Sales minus cost of sales. Gross profit equals sales minus cost of sales. For example, a coconut seller bought coconut for 50,000 rupees. Coconut for 50,000 rupees. And he sold all these coconut for 70,000 rupees. So he bought for 50,000, sold it for 70,000. Bought for 50,000, sold it for 70,000. Therefore, he has earned a gross profit of 20,000 rupees. Sales 70,000, the cost of the sales 50,000, that is the gross profit 20,000 rupees. Another person, vegetable seller, bought vegetables for 5,000 and he sold all the vegetables for 7,000 rupees. Bought for 5, sold it for 7,000. How much the sales? 7,000. Cost of sales 5,000. So his gross profit 2,000. Any doubt? If anyone have doubt, you can ask. Calculate gross profit by using the following information. Number 1, sales 45, cost of sales 30. Don't worry, student. At once you don't learn everything. Little by little we are learning. So no worries. Just you go through the equation and start learning. You will do it easily, right? So how much the gross profit here? 45 minus 30. Your gross profit is equal to sales minus cost of sales. Your gross profit equals to 15,000 rupees. 15,000 rupees. Okay. Can you calculate the gross profit for this, everyone? Sales 15,000, cost of sales 6,000. Therefore, your gross profit is rupees 9,000. Can you find out the answer for this, everyone, quickly? Understand easily. You all can understand easily. Turnover means sales. Turnover means sales. 22. Cost of goods sold 10. Therefore, your gross profit is 12,000. Now, the challenge is not this, my dear. Your challenge is the next question, fourth one. Let's see who answer first and correct. Let's see. Fourth question. Come on. In this question, you have two sales, cash sales, credit sales. So our total sales will be 60,000. Your total cost of sales 50,000. There can be 15 sales. Day by day sales are coming. So you can keep calculate different gross profit. We have to add all the sales together. Add the total sales 60,000. At the total cost of sales 50,000. Therefore, what is your gross profit? Rupees 10,000. Rupees 10,000. Total sales 60,000. Total sales 60,000 and total cost of sales. Total sales, total cost of sales. Total sales 60, total cost of sales 50. Therefore, your gross profit is 10,000. Any doubt? Is cost of sales. As I told you here earlier, there is a sales and there is a cost of sales. For example, a vegetable seller bought vegetables for 50,000 rupees. He bought vegetables for 50,000 rupees. He sold all these vegetables for 70 or 80 or whatever, no problem. So if he sold out all these vegetables, his cost of sales become 50,000 because he bought those vegetables for 50,000. Sometimes he may sell it for 60, sometimes for 70, sometimes for 40 in loss. But whatever the sales come, no problem. His cost of sales is 50,000 because he bought it for 50,000. So cost of sales should be calculated when we calculating this gross profit, because to calculate the gross profit we need cost of sales. Okay. Now I will give you an example. Everyone listen carefully and tell me the answer at the end. Tell me the answer at the end. Uh, egg seller, an egg seller bought 500 eggs. How many eggs? 500 eggs. Morning he opened the shop, he kept 500 eggs. People come and buy eggs. One bought 10, another one bought 20, another one bought 15, another one bought 25, another one bought 50, another one bought 100, another one bought 110, another one bought 2, another one bought 15. Right. Can you tell me now how many eggs is sold now, up to now? How many eggs is sold up to now? Sir, repeat the question, or else don't know, or else can't understand. Because the reason is that's not the easy way to calculate the number of units sold. Okay, I will tell you one more example, easy way to find the number of eggs sold. Okay, now listen carefully and write carefully. A person opening a shop in the morning. There are 10 coconuts in the shop. Note it clearly. When he is opening the shop in the morning, there are 10 coconuts in the shop. He know the coconuts are not enough, so he went to market, he opened the shop and kept his employee. So he opened the shop, he kept his employee in the shop and he went to market and bought 50 coconuts. Already in the morning, how many coconuts were there? 10. How many coconuts he bought from market? 50 coconuts. Now he keeps selling. Some people buy, some people come and 2, 3, some are buying 5, some are buying 10, some are returning the coconuts, some are taking 12, like that he bought. People come and buy. End of the day, while he's closing the shop, there are 5 coconuts balance. There are 5 coconuts balance. Now, can you tell me how many coconuts he sold during the day? So the answer is 55 coconut. Now this method is easy. You all quickly respond to me. So this is easy for you to calculate. This method is easy for you to calculate. So how did we find that number of coconuts sold? That is, we take it as cost of sales, for example. How did we find? We took how many coconuts were there in the shop in the morning. How many coconuts were there at the morning in the shop? There were 10. We call it opening stock. How do you call? Opening stock. Take down the equation, everyone. Huh? Opening stock. Then he bought 50 coconuts. We say purchase. So we will add that purchase to opening stock. This is how you did. I didn't do. You only send answer 55. We add the total 60 and we see end of the day how many coconuts remaining. We call closing stock, that you remove from this total. 5 you remove, so you got 55. So everyone, my dear, how do we calculate the cost of sales? Cost of sales equals to opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. How do we calculate the cost of sales? Cost of sales equals to opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. Opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. Do anyone have doubt in this?